Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The Transporter here. Welcome to a very special episode of Gran Turismo 6. Today we're driving the SRT Tomahawk X. Yes, they finally arrived after they promised they'd come in the summer. I thought they'd come in late actually. Now, the car we'll be driving is SRT Tomahawk X, and we're going to compare it to the Red Bull X2014 because that is crown-worthy moment that must be had here. Because the X2014 has held the crown as the king of the fastest car, the best car in Gran Turismo ever since. And now the Americans from Chrysler SRT now have made are virtually made a car that's supposed to be fast, that they say is faster than it. And I've already driven it around the Nürburgring, which is a seasonal event for that car. Don't even get me started. It's just wild terror. I know I've driven around it in the X2014, and I did run it in this. This is much more terrifying. So I'm going to terrify myself even more by driving around the Circle of Sarth. Now, I should warn you. Actually, I already warn you anyway. You gotta drive this thing around the Nürburgring seasonal event, but it's not like a traditional Vision GT seasonal event. You have to drive it round the ring valid time. They won't accept illegal or invalid times. You have to drive it round the ring valid time. Get this car, and if you want to buy it, it's 1,000,000 credits. So that goes for all of them, for the X, the GTSR, and the S. This thing is quite literally scary to look at. Still cool, scary to look at because of all the flaps, but pretty much the coolest car I've ever seen and driven. Still scary. Look at that mid-torque, mid-RPM thing. Brake hard! This thing revs and sounds like a Formula 1 car. And a classic old Formula 1 car with all the V10 engines. Those were the good days of Formula 1 engines though. Speaking of, this car produces 2,500 horsepower. Hybrid electrics go to the front and rear wheels. 2,400, 2,300 horsepower V10 powering the rear wheels. Viper V10. And downforce and G-forces right here overall. But this thing is so freaking scary. You cannot make a mistake. You have to be precise like a Formula 1 driver. I don't think I'm fit for one. Alright, lap 1 done. Now, teach you a trick that they told us before. There is a way to go faster. Yes, this car can go faster. This car is supposed to do about 400 or so. Miles per hour, not kilometers per hour, miles per hour. Now watch this, ready? Go to full view. There. Press R1. It reduces drag. Give you the full burst of the aerodynamics as you're going up to 400. 370s, already going past 380 now. I release R1 and I'll go back to drag mode. Good for cornering, but R1 down, this thing is just a speed demon. To the salt flats with you. Oh my dearie me. Engage it again. Ah! Come off it. you gotta be careful too. Precise, as I said before, precise, precision, and patience will reward you greatly with this thing. Because this thing takes no prisoners like the Red Bull X2014. Like that, see? I overdid it. I overdid it. I overdid that. Oh, come on. Whatever. I overdid that, and look what happened. Look what happened. I overdid that. Look what happened now. Oh my goodness. Alright, now let's conquer Sarth correctly. Oh my goodness! Oh, see, now she's dirty. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What could I do? Guarantee you will be racing this thing in any single player events, because it's just the performance points are just off the scale. I think you can do with the S, but this, forget it. I don't know about GTSR either. This is just on its own, in its own little world. Ow! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, I've got to be careful. Really have to be careful and attentive. There you go, people. That's how you do it. And I think I damaged her side. Ew. Those particles look ugly. So, that is the SRT Tomahawk X. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing, I'm going to take it to Willow Springs with drag mode on and see if it can conquer the X2014. I'll be driving both cars and we'll see who overcomes who. You ready for that? ladies and gentlemen, were any of you surprised? Alright, so let me lay it down why in the cornering test and the track test, the Red Bull X2014 came out on top. One, despite it having half the horsepower, the X2014 is mid-engine rear-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive like the Tomahawk. 2, it's 200 kilos lighter than the Tomahawk. 3, that turbine, as mentioned in the mid-rear, does actually keep the car planted in the corner, so you can corner as wide as 252 miles an hour at that one bend, and you come out fine. So that's pretty much why the X2014 came out on top in the track test. But other than that, the Tomahawk in a straight line is pretty much the fastest car in this game. Got it to do 409 miles per hour, which is just mildly insane. So that's where you have it. In terms of kingship, it's sort of a tie. I mean, the X2014 can do 300, but it can corner faster than the SRT Tomahawk. There's a lot of understeer in the top. There's more understeer in the Tomahawk than in the Red Bull X2014, but the Tomahawk can do 409, and circuits where there's a lot of straights, not a lot of corners, obviously the Tomahawk will come out on top. So that's pretty much to lay down there. Tomahawk, pretty much one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Might not be quicker around certain circuits than the Red Bull X2014, but still, I'd rather have that. So that's my comparison for you lot. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time.
See your face in the crowd. You don't seem so far away. Nothing between us is empty space.